Good morning, lovelies. ZoëTwoDots here with some more Pokemon GO goodness for you, and today we are up at Port Stephens at the Koala Sanctuary. We are going to have a bit of an explore around, check it all out, but long story short, we are peeping this incredible new facility up here that has been taking care of koalas in the local area. Really important and critical to making sure that koalas get the care that they need after injuries, accidents, trauma, the bushfires. I think we all, considering the last year and a half we've had, there's been so much going on that maybe people have forgotten about the intense bushfires that we had here in Australia at the end of 2019, and a lot of the koalas that needed a lot of intensive care. I know that we, as a little squad, our community raised so many funds towards helping the koalas and to donate towards the bushfires and the firefighting efforts. So today we're going to have a look at a result of, people's generosity, individuals that have contributed towards helping care for koalas, the government, state, local, federal, all that jazz, to put into this facility to care for koalas in need. So first of all, thank you for being champions. Secondly, I'm going to have a link to donate to this sanctuary in the description. Every single dollar helps, and it does go towards a fantastic cause, caring for these koalas. Some of these koalas are going to be in care for their life. They sadly can't be reintroduced, but the main goal of this facility is to rescue koalas, help them medically, physically, with whatever they need, and then reintegrate them back into the wild. The main reason for wanting to reintegrate koalas into the wild is so that they can be amongst where they're supposed to be, and to be breeding, to make more koalas, because sadly at this rate koalas are going to be literally extinct, functionally extinct by 2050, if not sooner. It's already 2021, that's pretty, we've been in the year 2000 for a hot second now. To think that koalas could be extinct before, my kids, if I ever have them grow up, before you get the chance to come and see them, sort of thing, to just lose koalas is a pretty massive deal. So let's jump into it. Let's go meet some of the sweet little koalas. But first thing, there's a couple of shiny checks we can do here. Got a cheeky little Pidgey check and a Bunnelby, and I think I saw a Mischievous just before as well. It's 9 AM at the moment, so I think we're getting the new Team Rocket stuff at about 10 AM. With Ho-Oh rolling in as the new Shadow Mon. Where is... Hello, birdie. Little rainbow lorikeets up there. I think there's a Mischievous. I'm going to run back this way a little bit. You might notice around me as well, there are a bunch of these glamping cabins. You can actually come up and stay. You can come up and stay in the Koala Sanctuary, which is really cool. That's an option if you're vibing it. Plus, if you do it in the winter, or outside of school holidays and stuff, it's pretty quiet. You got a nice bit of space to yourself. The kookaburras apparently come and hang out and will sit on people's, they'll find which cabins are accommodated, have people in them, and the kookaburras will come and hang out in the mornings and kind of just hey, how you doing? So you can definitely get up close and personal. Here is one little kookaburra that got up close and personal with us this morning on our little walk around. So this facility's here to stay, which is really cool. Secondly, what's really cool on top of that, I'm going to be submitting every single one of these koala sculptures and the information plaques as Pokestops. So the next time I come up here, maybe we do a little cheeky stay overnight. We have some Pokestops in the area. Maybe you come and stay overnight. You can come and spin some stops that I've submitted. But look at all this space. There's so much space to submit new Pokestops. I'm gonna light this place up, seriously. I'm save the koalas, come spin some stops, let's do it.
Fancy seeing you here. Want to learn about some sick koalas and how you can help?
Okay, so we're about to go on the little koala skywalk. So it's really cool elevated platform going around individual little koala pens, and then also the bigger sanctuary bit where I guess there's the females are in the larger area. The boys do have to be kept a little bit separate because they like to fight for the ladies, and many of these koalas will be in care for forever, basically. Main thing though with the skywalk is we have to be a little bit quiet, so I'm going to do a bit of a voiceover for you guys to give you some more information about who we're looking at, what we're looking at. But a big thing with koalas is that they're very prone to stress. They kind of like humans, get stressed out, get a bit overwhelmed, and it affects them, their health, affects them medically. So we're gonna be nice and quiet when we go and check out the koalas. So even if the koala like survives an initial injury, like hit by a car or the bushfires and things like that, the stress can get them in the long run, basically. So a big thing here is kind of like making sure that we're visiting the koala's space and we're being respectful of that space. It's not like a petting zoo or something. It's like we are, sharing their space, which is really cool that this facility is built that way to accommodate the koala, not to accommodate the human. So let's go and check out some of our local residents here at the Koala Sanctuary. You'll start with an educational walk, getting more information and knowledge on koalas, their habitats, their behaviour, and even some tips on how to make your backyard koala friendly. You can get a photo with a drop bear, and then on from there it's a very quick walk down to the koala hospital. This fully fledged koala hospital can treat anything from minor injuries all the way up to full-on surgery, and on certain days through this viewing window you can see any minor procedures that are being done. Once you're up on the skywalk, you can get a bit of extra information on the koalas that are being cared for. Some of the koalas require additional meal supplements, so this is a little like eucalyptus smoothie, so blended up leaves with honey and water to kind of help give them the best nourishment they can get. In addition to any of the additional meal supplements, the koalas are given massive amounts of fresh leaf every single day. Koalas are very fussy eaters, only the freshest is the best, and that's what they get here as well, which is fantastic. One of my personal favourite koalas from this experience was Ty. Should he be hanging out with his volunteer, getting his daily checks, getting some fresh leaf? Heck no. He is way up in his own little crevice of a big tree, specifically in his patch, just living the best life, having a big old snooze and a sleep in this morning. I vibe with you, Ty, I can resonate. Then this little sweetheart is Marie. And as you can see, Marie's kind of like navigating her space. In fact, Marie is completely blind, fully blind, permanently blind. She will sadly never regain her vision, but as you can see, in captivity, that doesn't really stop her with her mobility. The sad thing is she would not be able to survive well, safely, or without stress in the wild, but she can have a fantastic life here. Even being completely blind, she can smell the volunteers as they come into her space. She can smell the new leaves that are about to be provided for her. She can hear and navigate her space and know where she is in relation to, what's happening around her. Besides the 2 full-time care staff, the sanctuary relies absolutely on volunteers. Everyone that you see today is a volunteer from a huge network of people donating their time to care for these koalas. If you'd like to become a volunteer, I'll leave a link for that down in the description as well. There are additional ways to volunteer besides just physically on site too. By volunteering your time and effort and experience with IT, marketing, advertising, all those sort of things as well really help. As you can see, little Marie getting her daily checks done, navigating, again, just perfectly her habitat. She can hear and smell her volunteer as they do their checks to make sure that she's, still mobile, still, healthy, up and about. And as I mentioned before, with koalas being pretty fussy eaters, you can see here just the absolute amount of foliage that is brought in fresh every single day. One interesting thing about koalas is that they pretty much exclusively eat the eucalyptus leaves that grows in their area. They don't want different flavors. Variety is not the spice of life for them. They like that one particular leaf, which can be incredibly challenging. But the koalas will simply refuse to eat the leaf that isn't theirs, that isn't from their original area. Volunteers every single day are cutting tons and tons of fresh leaf from a whole range of different areas to provide the best food for these guys. This larger sanctuary area houses the majority of the females. In addition, one tiny little orphaned boy who will be released into the wild once he's old enough to do so. Fun fact and a bit of a misconception about koalas, I always see people online saying koalas are so lazy, they're so sleepy, or the eucalyptus makes them drunk in some sort of way. But koalas are actually incredibly agile. They can in one jump up to 2 meters high. I'm not even 2 meters high. Like a koala could jump on my head if it so chose to, I guess. They're simply smart about it. They just conserve that energy for when it really needs to happen. But today, it's a fairly cold morning and these little sweethearts are just trying to get some sun. Additionally, if you are a bird lover, the kookaburras here have absolutely no fear and will happily come and check you out. And in the time that we were here as well, we did see a whole bunch of rainbow lorikeets and black cockatoos, which are pretty rare. Like they're something you can definitely hear from a distance, but it's usually a very special treat to actually see one. Separate to making a financial donation or donating your time, the sanctuary also offers adopting koalas. Now, they're not going to literally put one of these koalas in a mailbag and send it out to you, but what they will do is give you frequent updates on how your little koala is doing and the koala that you choose to support financially, and to help cover the costs for medical needs, treatment, rescue, food, all those sorts of things that goes into the koala's care. Now, I'm not saying that you all should adopt Ty, but I'm just saying Team Ty. I'm just saying, look at that cutie. Again, I'm going to link to all of this down in the description for the donation links if you want to volunteer. If you'd like to adopt one of these absolute little sweethearts, please, please, please check out the link in the description. And lastly, thank you so much to the Koala Sanctuary for letting us come up today and film, and letting me share these beautiful koalas with my good eggs. Be an absolute good egg and help support these sweeties.
Hey, how are ya? Just hanging out with my boy here, Mr. Steal Your Soul.
He's cute. He just looks stoked. I don't know, I like him. I like him.
Is this like a cousin of Bidoof?
This is...
Look, he's one too.
Speaking of Bidoof, actually, we've got some good news about that. Sneaky little nose pass raid on the way out of Anna Bay here. I'm going to grab some lunch, go and check out some of the local sites. Not shiny for me. You good, sir? No. It's a N-O-S-E. We've also got some spicy news coming up. You didn't know when you said referenced Bidoof before.
No?
There's some Bidoof news.
I did see there was like some kind of hint.
A toothy
they
event?
They said something like, you know, you can really sink your teeth into it or something like that. And I was like, who else has some big teeth action in this game?
Welma.
Yeah, true.
But yes, no. Yes. Info on that coming up soon. Quick shiny check on the few things in the car park here. What else we got? Talo can be new. What about the little pup? I always forget that thing can be shiny.
2K egg.
Oh, Weasel!
It's pretty good.
Weasel's pretty sick. Hey, is there space in this gym for me? Yes. Just swinging through Soldier's Point for a cheeky little lunch here. Whole bunch of shiny checks. Good little like cluster spot for like gyms and stuff as well, like this whole area down here. Very nice and all on the water. Let's see, Bunnelby, no. What about Solrock? Actually, I'm probably just going to catch all of this stuff here, to be completely honest with you. And speaking of, one of our, hold on, Kiki? No, our featured lad upcoming, Bidoof. So, let me jump into the details for an upcoming Bidoof. I mean, I think everyone kind of guessed pretty correctly. The little bit of teaser text that was saying, like, you know, a big event to sink your 2 front teeth into. No prizes for guessing that one correctly. The announcement says here, Bidoof are coming. We have no idea where they're coming from or what their aim is, but they're coming. We're going to have a Bidoof breakout event starting from Friday the 25th. Bidoof's going to have special moves added to its move pool, and additionally, shiny Bidoof will be released. Do I know what colour? I think it's gold. Is shiny Bidoof gold? Ooh, okay, yeah. It's just like a bit more like apricot. Bit of an apricot, goldy, shiny with a purple nose, kind of cute. What about Bibarel? Pretty much the same, yeah. It was a bit more like, again, apricotty. So it's going to run from the 25th until the 1st of July. There's going to be more Bidoof appearing in the wild, shiny Bidoof coming out, and there's going to be different attacks that they can learn on the different days. So from Friday to Saturday, can learn Shadow Ball. From Sunday to Monday, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam from Tuesday to Wednesday. So a bunch of different moves for the Bidoof itself. I believe Bibarel will be guaranteed to learn the move Hyper Beam. It already knows that move, but it's going to be guaranteed to learn it. So I don't think that's especially good, but that's there. We're going to be getting Shadow Bidoof as well through the team Go Rocket Balloons and, you know, on the Pokestops. There's going to be a free story event with special research, and this is going to be apparently one of the first ever times that there's going to be like certain decisions, like split decisions you can make through the event research to like change the outcome of the story. Maybe this is a test for what's happening for GoFest, so it's pretty cool to see like split split, choose your own adventure kind of research. If you take a snapshot, special surprise, probably going to be a Bidoof. If you complete the research as well, there's going to be a exclusive Bidoof hat. I hope it's good. And there'll be Bidoof stickers to put on your gifts as well from Pokestops and from opening gifts. Additionally, throughout the different like day clusters, there's going to be different bonuses too. So 2 times catch XP, 3 times catch XP, and 4 times catch XP as the event rolls through. And at the bottom here it says as well, keep an eye out for more details on what's to come, Bidoof-wise, on Monday, June 28th. Ready or not, the Bidoof are coming. It's an inevitable fact, an indomitable truth, and we must be prepared. So I don't know what that is. I guess there's more to come on the Monday the 28th, so I'll keep my eyes out, I'll keep my teeth out, we'll see what happens when it gets to that. Any other spicy checks we can do around here? Whoop, give me a spin while I'm in range. Sunset Beach, thank you very much. Ooh, and decent quest. No on the Tentacool. Very easy task to get done. I want to try and get some more gifts from these stops. They're really cute. These ones. Pseudo Widow check. No. Holy moly, you go to sleep and then like Niantic and Pokemon GO and everyone just like announces like 40 billion things and you wake up and you're like, okay, hello, let's get into it. First thing, I'm gonna check a couple of these. House spawns. Check for any other spicy shinies. No. Maybe getting a raid invite as well. Ooh, little Timmy raid, let's go. Magic, so, as we went over yesterday, the Bidoof event, the boundings of Bidoof rolling in for an event very, very soon. The Solstice event has now been announced this morning. The Pokemon GO, like the Go Fest t-shirts are now up and available to purchase if you live in the USA or Japan and Canada, I'm pretty sure. There's a new announcement for the Pokemon TCG card with Professor Willow on it. So there are a few more bits of news to get into for you guys. And also I wanted to show you guys a little screen recording from last night from Double Candy transfer during the Spotlight Hour. I don't usually like film during Spotlight Hours. I know I've streamed previously a few of them, but it's really cold in Australia, so I just stay home, I just do my thing. But the Double Candy transfer, I really want to emphasize like why I am such a fan of Double Candy transfer. I did not transfer a single Gibble. I didn't like, let's do this right first. Is that font? Was that font changed for the you win? It's like a thicker font. This is smaller. Why is there a fly in my room? This is way smaller. Okay, raids be getting an update or something. Some sort of like UI. No on the shiny. A couple of different things with this new update. Okay, let's catch that bad boy. I did not transfer a single Gibble after Gibble Community Day. I almost maxed out my storage, but it didn't really like affect me too much. I didn't transfer a single Gibble. I did a bunch of trading Gibble for distance Pokemon, so getting 3 candy. Then Alan would give me his Gibble and I would give him distance. He would get 3 candy for the Gibble. Kept all those Gibble. Ended up transferring this absolutely monstrous stack of Gibble. And you can see the payoff in the candy. I cannot emphasize enough, when we get close to like Double Candy transfer Spotlight Hours, like I just stop transferring Pokemon altogether, especially the spice. Like I always label the spice anyway, but like it makes a difference. Like when you say 1 candy versus 2 candy, it's like, whatever. When you say 500 candy versus 1,000 candy, yeah, it adds up. So another raid invite. I recommend doing it. Just like optimize your game in like a pretty simple way to do so. If you've got the storage to have, that bit of an inconvenience with things taking up your storage for a little bit of time, to then have the payoff being that's fine by me. Come here, nose pass, you don't stand a chance. Oh, you can't tap through the... Okay. Okay, that's a choice. Not a shiny. Okay, let's jump into like the bit of extra news that's happening. So we've got some extra details on the Solstice event. As we kind of suspected with that little bit of tricky wording in there being like a colossal raid boss. Colossal Discovery was Regigigas. We're getting Regigigas in raids. So starting this Thursday, 10 a.m. your local time, that Solstice event that was happening, still happening, and we're getting like Regigigas in raids, and it can be shiny. There's also gonna be special field related research, as is kind of tradition at this point. Globally, we're gonna have Lunatone and Solrock, so they won't be restricted to their region for the Solstice event, as was last time. They'll be kind of everywhere. Then at the end of the event, they're gonna swap. So I think I've got Solrock at the moment, Northern Hemisphere, or East, Western Hemisphere. Whatever you've got now at a Solrock and Lunatone, they're gonna swap after the event. Additionally, Spheal's apparently gonna be more likely for everyone, and then if you're lucky, Snorlax in the wild. Northern Hemisphere spawns are going to feature Yanma, Chimchar, Summer Form Dealing, and more. Southern Hemisphere is going to have Snorunt, Snova, Winter Form Dealing, and more. For raids, Northern Hemisphere is gonna have Alola Marowak, Yanma, and Petalil. Northern Hemisphere friends, I will gladly take a handful of Petalil raids. I would like a good one. Yeah, you know what, like a handful, like a little bit. Southern Hemisphere, we're gonna have Lapras, Piloswine, Snorunt, and more. So if there's particular ones you want, make sure you communicate with your friends from the Northern or Southern Hemisphere so you can like coordinate on raids and invite one another. Raids worldwide will have Lunatone, Solrock, Clink, and more. There's gonna be event exclusive field research to earn rewards. Northern Hemisphere will get Yanma, Southern Hemisphere will get Snorunt for particular rewards, and even silver pineapple berries if you're lucky. Oh, is that where you've been hiding them? You've been hiding the silver pineapple. Did someone forget that silver pineapples were a thing? They're finally, but they're coming back. Snapshots for a surprise will be featured too. Your body will apparently be bringing you more gifts and more balls during the event, which is fantastic, and the walking distance to earn hearts with your body will be halved. So walk half as much, get the heart, or walk the normal amount and get twice as many hearts. Hey. Stay healthy. That's kind of it. That's starting tomorrow for me. So we're going to be filming tomorrow, video up for you guys tomorrow, all that kind of jazz. Shiny Regigigas hunt. It's not a bad shiny. It's kind of like, it looks like it puts on like a really jazzy night, midnight blue suit. Like daytime Reggie and nighttime Reggie. Like he's just ready for a nice night out, maybe some wine, a candlelit dinner. You know, he's a romantic. This Reggie's ready for his hike. Next up, Professor TCG, Professor Willow Pokemon card. It's a pretty cool little crossover that, you know, Professor Willow is being, you know, really recognized in main series, in like canon stuff, which is really cool. And the card apparently as well will feature a special code for like special research. Like if you get the card and put in the code, you will get access to a special research. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of like a really cool cross motion between the TCG stuff and Pokemon Go. It says the card will be made available in regions where the Pokemon TCG is sold. And then check out the website for more details. So assumably if your country sells these cards, hopefully you can get these cards or this card. And I guess just one last thing to emphasize for the Bidoof event thing, it does specifically say there's gonna be more Bidoof news coming on the Monday, the 28th of June. And just gonna like really hit home 4 times catch XP. I'm pretty sure this is the first time ever that we've had just like 4 times catch XP as like a blatant bonus, not having to combine like 3 times catch, but also using a lucky egg. And then if you do this particular, like under the Southern Cross, you do a dance on the moonlight. Like it's just, I'm pretty sure the first time we're getting like 4 times XP catch, like blanket. So if you still need XP to level up, all that jazz, that's gonna be spicy. Hit those excellent throws, there's gonna be a filthy amount of XP. And then last but not least, I didn't see this until I did my big clean out last night of my storage, but we actually Go Plussed a little Centret when we were at the, up at the Koala Sanctuary, which is awesome. I think it's probably one of the closest things I've got in the game that looks like a koala at the moment. I'll take the little sugar glider. That's kind of the closest thing I can do in terms of shinies. Oh, dude, when's Komala? That's probably like a next year thing. Komala is such a cute Pokemon. I can't wait for that to be a thing. But we got a shiny Centret, so I think we need to name this after one of the koalas in the sanctuary. Totally open for suggestions of who you think our little Centret should be. Just saying, I'm Team Ty. And again, if you would like to support and contribute, make a donation, any of that kind of jazz to the Koala Sanctuary, the link will be in the description. Every dollar counts. Like even if it's, you know, $1, $5, whatever, it all adds up and it really goes towards helping care for the koalas that need to be in care permanently, and also for treating the koalas that need to be re-released, and, you know, to help boost populations of koalas back up naturally in Australia. I desperately would like for them to not go extinct. it's a bit of a gut punch when it's just kind of like, yeah, no, they are literally going extinct. Like, it's not like a, oh, maybe and if. It's like, no, we're kind of at that point. And if something doesn't happen, we're screwed. So that was a pretty hefty realization. So I'll be making a contribution as well and donating. Again, link will be in the description. Let them know that you're one of the good eggs. Let them know that Zoe sent you. And again, thank you to everyone who does and who can support. As always, lovelies, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you to everyone who did leave a like as well. And if you'd like additional ways to support the channel, links for Patreon and the merch are in the description down below. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.